Good morning and welcome back to my channel. We are waiting for Christy from Keto Ohio, Keto O, I think is the name of it. So while we're waiting for her, then everybody else can start getting on here. So happy to have you today. We are going to learn a lot from Christy. We're going to pick her brain, and so I'm so excited about having her. Um, if you could please share this on your social media and on your YouTube page. Hey, Wendy, good to have you on here. I sent the link over to Christy, so she should be getting on here. She should be getting on here pretty soon in my back office. She will be getting. Here is the link. Yes, she's got it. So she should be getting on here in a few. And we are so excited. I've got lots and lots of questions to ask her. Because I want to pick her brain not only for keto, but also about her channel and how she grew it and all that. So how are you doing today, Wendy? Good to see you on here, of course. It's always good to see you. How's Wendy doing? Okay, here she is. It looks like she's here. Righty. Hey, Christy.
Hey, good morning.
Can you see me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you really good.
Okay.
How are you doing today? Is it cold there?
It started off chilly. It's supposed to get up to, I think, 65 today, back up into the 70s tomorrow.
So you're in Oklahoma?
Yeah, Oklahoma City, right outside Tinker Air Force Base.
Okay, yeah. So I know about the area. I'm doing good. Wendy's on here already. We're still waiting for a few more people to jump on because I know a lot of people will want to know and ask you all kinds of questions. I've got bunches of questions that I'm going to ask to see about keto as well. Tell me what's your channel, how to say it. I really don't.
Okay, keto.
Okay, keto. Okay, I was going, oh, keto, oh.
No, it's just a play on words, like, okay, keto, but Oklahoma and Ohio.
Yeah, that's kind of neat, I think, because I'm from Michigan, so therefore,
I actually don't talk about Michigan people in this house.
Oh, you don't? Oh, because of Michigan State and University of Michigan.
Yeah.
That's funny.
We've never even been to Michigan. We were never allowed to go to Michigan when we were younger because of the rivalry.
Oh my goodness. What part of Ohio were you from?
Columbus.
Columbus, okay. Because I know we have to go through there, on the freeway at least to go to Michigan.
Yeah, they call it the 3C. You got, Cleveland, Columbus, and Cincinnati. They call it 3C.
And I have to go through all those to get to Michigan. So when I drive there, it's like forever and a day. Hey, La Familiar Rosa, good to see you on here. Thank you for joining us. And please make sure everybody that's on here, please make sure that you share this to your social media and on your YouTube page so that everybody knows that Christy's in the house. We're so happy. Your house is so pretty. I love that.
Oh, thank you.
My house is so plain, but
well, my house is neutral colors. I have moss green in them, but a lot of browns, black, white.
That's what I like.
Put color on my body. Just don't like to live in it.
No, me too. Because when you want to change, then you have to paint everything. Where if you're beige, you can go with something else.
I think also my husband being military for so long, we got used to like moving a lot. So even though we own our house, I'm still in the mind frame. If I ever want to sell it, I don't want to have to paint it. I want it to already be ready to be sold.
That's the truth too. I mean, that's how, well, we live in a parsonage and we have for 37 years. So therefore I don't, I do decorate and stuff, but I'm not going to do a whole lot to it since I'm going to move someday. And I'm like you, we move. So, let's see. Wendy says, you look great, Christy. I love your cardigan. I do too. I love the color of it.
Oh, thank you. It's a Chanel. It's just really warm. I had the fireplace on earlier, but I think my neighbors might think I'm a little crazy. So I had to turn the fireplace off.
What's your shirt say? I always like.
Michie bought it for me. It says Chaffle Queen.
Yes, that's your name. That's you.
She sent me
Awesome.
4 shirts, 2 long sleeve and 2 short sleeve. And today is Wednesday, which is Chaffle Day on my channel. So I had this on.
Wonderful. Okay, great. Yes, I know you have a lot on there, but those cookies, they look so good. I still got to make those cookies. Hello, Lisa Daniels. I finally did my 20 questions. I don't have it downloaded yet, but I did do my 20. She tagged me in 20 questions, and I tagged you, and let's see, I tagged you and Sherry at Keto Twisted Gypsy, Tony at Creative Chica Halls, Bonnie at Bon Bon's Halls, Jennifer at Jennifer Lopez, and Christy at OK Keto O, and Sherry at Sherry Burr. So I tagged them in the 20 questions.
I didn't even see that. Did that just
I
happen?
didn't download it yet. I got to get it.
Okay.
I got to get it downloaded. But yeah,
I'm so bad at everything.
I know it. I am too. She had to tell me on one of my live streams that she tagged me, and I had to go watch it so I could write down the questions. I had to write down. Our neighbors think we're crazy too, Wendy says. Okay.
I'm sorry if you can hear my dogs whining in the background. They've been ill for the last couple of days, so I just gave her medicine, so she's whining. Hopefully she'll fall asleep soon.
Yeah, bless her hearts. My daughter had her dog got sick, and she didn't know what to do, and he was up all night. I said, "You give him Pepto-Bismol and stuff." And
well, you can give him Benadryl.
Yeah, you can give him Benadryl, but he was throwing up. She kept throwing up,
Well, that's what she's been doing,
and I hate to see a dog sick. I mean, that's just like a baby being.
It was actually my husband.
So I just hate that. Sick, but do you think what?
Did it freeze up?
I'm here, but not for long. Okay. I was going to tag Christy on the 20 questions, so I'll not do that to her if you're tagging her too. Yeah, that's why I thought I better mention it, because like everybody I knew, like Wendy, she was already tagged. So I know lots of people, but I'm just saying the people that I would have thought first were already tagged, so I had to look for new people. So you're going to tag Christy and I. Okay, yeah, that 20 questions is pretty thorough. She looks frozen to me. Yeah, your internet is freezing up. Are you having problems with your internet?
I don't know if it's cleared up now. Has it cleared up?
Yeah, it's cleared up, but it was freezing up there. And sometimes, like we had a storm last night at midnight. I was scared to death I wasn't going to have internet for today, but I do have internet and it's doing well. But I see yours. Maybe did you have a storm last night?
No.
Okay. But I was like freaking out that I might not have. I'm sorry you're not feeling well, Marna. Marna's sick. I'm not feeling good today. Since the agency girl is here, I'm going to lay down for a while. Well, bless your heart. I'm so sorry. How funny you mentioned dog and he started barking. That was funny. She started mentioning. I think dogs are really, really smart and they know.
Mine are really extreme. We have to use keywords and then they catch on to our keywords. We have to switch up the word again.
Is your daughter available? I didn't know if she was homeschooled or not.
My daughter's 19. She's actually she moved out in her own apartment, but she's at work right now. And some days she stops by on her lunch break. So you might see her today if she stops by.
Okay. Yeah, my daughter's not 20 and everybody thinks she's 15. I mean, we go somewhere and she's pregnant and they think she's having a baby too young. And I'm saying she's 20 years old, but they look so young that,
Yeah, she's young and,
yeah.
looks, unless she wears makeup, she looks a lot younger than what she is.
Right. Well, they do look young. And the older I get, the younger everybody looks anyway. So, hey, ABC family, I want you to email me. My email will be in the description box and let me know when you can co-host, because I saw on there yesterday after I closed out that you were wanting to co-host. I've been having tummy pain since last night. I'm also about to freeze. My feet are cold. My screen is frozen. Okay. I had to refresh. The chat froze for me too. Yeah. I didn't have the chat freeze, but I did see that. LOL, my cats are like that too. We have to spell words like tuna or eat. things like that cause that they know the words. Isn't it something how smart animals are? It amazes me. But when they're in our family, they're like family. We adopt them like they're a part of the family. I mean,
Yeah.
when one of them dies, where it's like a death.
Yeah, we only get rescues anymore. We used to do German Shepherds, but they had so many health issues that we refused to do
And
that
they
any longer.
shed.
We only get shelter rescue dogs from now on. And
Yeah, that's what my daughter and her husband do. They get shelter. They usually get rescue dogs, and that's good. I think that's a great thing. Yeah,
yeah.
it's fine now. It just went through a little spurt there. I don't know what it was. What did you have for breakfast this morning, Lisa and Christy? So if you have questions for Christy or for me, please drop them down. We would love, she's here to answer. We're going to pick her brain about how she grew her channel overnight, how she does the keto, how she does the chaffles. We're going to know everything we need to know about her by the time we get done with this. So if you have questions for her, please ask. So what did you have for breakfast this morning?
I haven't ate breakfast yet. I start off my morning every morning with coffee. I have to.
Thumbs up to that.
Holds me over until probably about noon. Yeah, I'm not really a breakfast person. I never was. My daughter's not either. So sometimes I don't eat until noon. I gotta have coffee though when I first wake up.
Yeah, me too. Before anybody else gets up too.
Yeah, don't even talk to me until then.
No, don't talk to me. I get up before the house does so that I don't have to be grouchy to nobody. Christy, how is your brother and his wife doing on keto? They don't
he's been working, I think, 4 jobs, and she works a couple, and I haven't really been able to talk to them much, so I'm not really sure. I think they're doing great, but I can't say 100% how they are, how it's going for them, but he lives in Ohio, I live in Oklahoma.
Right. Does he have his own channel?
They started the channel, but they have only put the one video up so far. So I don't know where they're going to go with it. And when I have talked to him, it's usually about family matters, and I never think to bring that up because that's always on the back of my mind. It's a lifestyle to me now, so I don't think to talk to people about it.
Right. When you don't live in the same area, you want to know how they're doing more than their keto. Yeah.
Right. There's other more important things to talk about. So.
Also, I didn't answer Wendy's question, and my answer is I have not had anything either. I usually don't eat till around 10, 11. Today it'll be later than that. I do keep snacks around, so about 10, if I get hungry, I can put that in. I can eat that, but I usually don't eat. I loved breakfast, and I was a breakfast person, but since about 3 months ago, I started doing this intermittent fasting, and I really like it. So I usually don't eat till around 10. And then yesterday I ate at noon. And then if you saw my Okketoh soup, which is cauliflower instead of potato soup, I ate a big bowl of that for supper with some Quest chips. And that was so filling. It was so good. And my daughter wants the rest of it. I was going to freeze it, but she's like, no, Mom, I need that. So I'm going to put that in ready, get her that ready for her. She is going to pick that up tonight at church. So I won't be freezing any of that. So I don't eat till about 10. And, that's just how I roll. And I've been having a lot of sinuses. So I went to Dollar Tree and got me some sugar-free because I didn't realize that cough medicine and cough drops have a lot of sugar in it and a lot of carbs. And you can use a lot of carbs on liquid cough medicine and cough drops. So I got the sugar-free at Dollar Tree, and then I'd take the Benadryl or something. So that's the answer, Wendy, to my question. If he wanted to talk about keto, he probably would. So it's best left alone. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we started the channel because, as accountability and to help each other out if one was struggling. But men usually tend to, handle their feelings and show things a little bit different than women. And
yes, they do.
If you don't want to talk about it, I would never ask him to talk about it. If he's struggling, I think
Right.
it's better for him to talk to another male, because you know we're totally different. He even does keto a lot different than I do. So
And I don't have brothers, so I'm not used to dealing with that.
really,
I have all sisters, so we all think alike pretty much. But I still don't bring it up to them unless they bring it up to me. Because when I'm talking to them, well, I have one sister that lives here in Tennessee with me, but the other two live in Michigan. And when I talk to them, it's always about other things,
I have
because I'm
6
kind of
brothers
like,
and 1 sister.
wow, that's a big family.
Yeah.
So when did you start your channel?
We started it in April.
April.
Mhm.
Okay. And when did you hit the 1K subscriber?
When did we Vlogust?
It was August,
Before
yeah.
Vlogust started, we were at like 100 subscribers, and then I did that. I was doing a video every day for the Vlogust challenge, and then that's when the Chaffles came on the scene. And I made a chaffle for one of my meals that day because I was filming everything I was eating that day, and I liked it. And the next day I was like, well, that's what I was starting to film every day was what I eat in a day because I was like, what else am I going to put up here every single day? So I did the whole day of eating chaffles. So I did 4 chaffles that day. And that's the video that, and then the next day I had like, I think we had 300 subscribers. And then 2 days after that, it was up to like 500. And I think it took a week, and then we hit our 1,000 subscribers in a week.
I really wanted to win that giveaway you gave.
Oh,
I wanted it so bad, but it inspired me to do one myself, and I gave it away. And Tennessee Keto Mama won it. I gave away 4 gifts when I got to 1K, and three of them were regular gifts, and the second place was a keto set because people had asked me, why don't you give away any keto stuff? And I was just afraid somebody might win it that wasn't keto and they wouldn't want it.
right.
So what I did is I put those, I had that jar full of candy corns and they had to guess how many was in them. And so Tennessee Keto Mama was the second one to guess the closest, and that was the second place winner. I mean, I had gone and showed them this is first place, this is second place, this is third and fourth. And here she won the keto one out of the 3 gifts that weren't keto. I said, boy, it worked out perfectly because the person that got it would want it. But I really wanted that so bad. I thought I gotta win that, but I know, everybody can't win, and I haven't won any giveaways. I've given away quite a few of them. So, what videos have gone viral for you?
You know what? I don't even check anymore. To be honest with you, when it first happened, Andy was kind of absent from the videos at the time, and because he was so busy, he was actually on vacation with his wife, and he came back and he called me. He's like, "What happened?" I'm like, "I have no clue." And it was so overwhelming that at the time I was like, "I don't even want to be part of this." I kind of wanted to like close down the channel and everything because it was so overwhelming. Because when we started it to keep each other accountable in 2 different states. And we thought the only people that would subscribe would be family and some friends, and they probably wouldn't even watch. They would only do it to support us. And I thought, well, if we got like 100 people, if we made like 100, subscribers, and some of them wanting family and friends, that would be perfect because I like a tight knit support group. So when that happened, it was so overwhelming to me and caused a lot of anxiety that I had to stop looking at the numbers because I got some amazing comments, and that's the only reason I kept the channel up, is because of those people. But to be honest with you, I didn't want to do it for a long time anymore. I thought it was just too much for my anxiety and my mental health. So I was really contemplating shutting down the channel because Andy wasn't, he wasn't on the presence anymore, and it was all up to me, and I'm not into the tech stuff. And then I got some rude comments, and then I was like, I didn't do this for anybody else but myself. So I'm just going to be me. And I've even told people, I'm not married to you. I'm not your wife. You can leave the room and I will not follow you.
Really?
So that's the way I feel about it now. I just am real to myself. And if people want to come around and see that, I love that they're there. If not, that's what makes the world go around, right?
Right. That's how I think too. I think that's what makes the world go round, definitely, is all the different opinions. And people say they get really upset if someone gives them a thumbs down. I don't worry about it. I don't even look.
I don't. I actually heard Garth Brooks' daughter do an interview the other day because she's in the music. And I don't even listen to her music. I just heard her do an interview, and she said that she knew she made it when she seen on YouTube the thumbs down buttons, because that means there was a lot more people that were watching her that from all over, and some people aren't going to like the same things, but that means she's made it pretty good to get thumbs down buttons. And I was like, well, that's a great way to look at it.
That is a great, I never heard that before, but that is great to hear that. Thank you for sharing that. Let's see. Wendy said that was such a fun and awesome time. Yeah, I remember that you were commenting on my page and I was commenting on your page, and then all of a sudden you said I woke up. I mean, it just seemed like you woke. I know you worked hard, but because you deserve it. Anybody that gets to that point, it hasn't been handed to you. I know you've worked hard, but I just thought it was so neat. Your story has been such a neat thing, and I thought I got to get the courage up to email her and ask her if she will co-host. She probably won't, because she probably don't want to move with us little people. But
no. I actually would rather be back down to 100 subscribers. I know that sounds probably really, really rude. I just like the tight-knit community of the friends I made with it, and the connections I made with the tight-knit circle. And that, like I said, that's what keeps me going. I don't really give out keto advice to people.
No, I don't either.
I just say the way I do it and what works for me, because I know
That's
it doesn't
right.
work for everybody.
That's right.
And I would never want to give out medical advice or anything like that. I just mainly, like I said, I did it for myself and accountability. And now that my daughter is doing it, that's why I haven't gotten on the scale. I noticed that how it was affecting her to get on the scale, and I didn't want her, especially moving out on her own, to worry about what the scale said every day, and start a bad habit of getting on there, and because it affects your mood.
It does.
On there and your weight is constantly day to day. Like, I love that analogy of it's like the weather versus climate. If it's raining today, you're not going to let the rain affect you tomorrow, because it's just a day-to-day thing. It's not the whole climate of what it's going to be for the next month.
Right.
And for her to get on there and get really disappointed if the number went up, and it could have been anything, menstrual cycle or whatever. It was a lot of pressure, and I don't think it should affect your attitude, positive or negative. So that's why I kind of wanted her to pull off of that for a month. And it doesn't affect me that way. Like, I can get on the scale and I'm kind of used to it fluctuating. But I can see where it can be unhealthy.
So I do too. People get on the scale every day expecting a big loss, and you're not going to have it. And sometimes you don't see it on the scale at all. Like, I've lost sizes since I've lost pounds. So, right. I mean, you can't go by just that. You have to measure too, and go by your clothing and how you feel. How do you feel?
That's also the most important thing. That's why I started keto, is for health.
Yes.
The weight was a bonus.
Yeah, I mean, I did it because I wanted to lose weight for my daughter's wedding. Why I waited till August when she was getting married in December, I have no earthly idea. But I was going to lose all this weight in 4 months, or 3 months. But I started feeling better, and I thought, no, this has got to be a lifestyle then. People say, well, if you go off of that, you're going to gain it all back. And I said, if I go off anything, I'm going to gain it all back. If I went Weight Watchers or Nutrisystem or any of that, you gain it. You have to make it a lifestyle.
That's true. And that's actually why I also might rub some people wrong in the keto community, because I've been asked to do like egg fasts, what would that be like, where you team up with people and you do the egg fast.
Right, like a collab. Yeah,
a collab. And I try to say no in the nicest way possible. And it's not that I don't want to do collabs with people, because I don't mind doing that. It's just that I don't want to do something that isn't sustainable, and that would be detrimental to my mental health if I did something And then I lost weight, and I knew as soon as I stopped eating eggs for 3 days, I'm going to gain some of it back.
Right.
And I don't want that messing with my mind. And to me,
Right.
if that's not sustainable and that's not something that's going to be in my life for the rest of my life, why do I kind of want to torture myself with that? That's the way I look. I understand why people do it. That,
Yeah.
you know, if they're in a stall and so forth. But to me,
Right.
if it's a lifestyle, and
No, you can't make it a
nothing that's
lifestyle.
part of my lifestyle.
You
So,
have to, you can't stay on it. You have to do a short-term one. And I enjoyed it because I was struggling with the same 5 pounds. I'd gain it, I'd lose it, I'd gain it, 105 pounds, and I would lose it and gain it. And with that, I wanted 10 pounds, but I lost 8 pounds, and I've been able to keep it off since then.
yeah,
So it
I
got
mean,
me
I
into,
understand why people do it, and I think it's awesome. It's just something that it's in my head, and
right.
I
That's
know
right.
how I will react if
Right.
I lose 4 pounds and then I gain 2 or 3 back as soon as I, go
Yeah.
back to my regular eating.
So I want to say before we go on that you are such an inspiration to me. I have enjoyed your channel. I really am glad you didn't shut it down because I had no idea you were struggling with that, but I'm so glad you didn't shut it down because if you kept it up just for me, I appreciate it. And Wendy said, I'm so glad you didn't close it down, Christy. You certainly deserved it, Christy. Yep.
Well, thank you.
That's a good way to look at the thumbs down button. I agree. Hey, Catherine, good to see you on here. So I just want to get caught up. The scale very much can affect your mood, especially when it doesn't make any sense. That's right. And it doesn't. A lot of the keto world is not shown on the scale. It's shown through inches and other ways,
Right. And I use the scale. Like I said, I was getting on the scale every day, but I'm used to it. I've been losing weight and messing with weight ever since I was 21. So I know how things work in it, what my body does. I use the scale as a tool. Like when I got to a certain weight and I was stalling, I wanted to know, or if it would climb like 3-4 pounds in one day, and I knew it wasn't, weight. It's not fat, it's water. What was causing the inflammation? And so I would use the scale and also I track in a diary, a food diary. I don't use apps. That way I can kind of see what affects my body. And that's how I found out almond flour affects me. That's why I don't use almond flour in my stuff, because it causes inflammation in me. My hands will swell, my rings will get tight, my knees from the arthritis will start hurting, and the scale will go up like 4 pounds for a couple of days. So I use it as a tool.
Yeah.
And I think if you're using it like that, that's fine. I just don't think you should bank on it.
Right. And that's why, there's no cut and dried. It's different for everybody.
Right.
You have to go with what your body does tell you things for a reason. We get so we don't listen to our body. If it hurts, we just take an ibuprofen or something. But we do, instead of like that, you figured out what it was. You changed it. Someone else might be able to use almond flour, but if you can't use it.
Exactly. I mean, I still will eat something with almond flour in it. I just know that I got to suffer the consequences of it for a couple days. And also, I know not to freak out about it.
Right.
I know what caused it.
That's right. Hey, Keto Mama, Tennessee Keto Mama. Good to see you on here. Lisa Daniel said, I agree. I love her attitude and her recipes and happy to see. Yeah, I like seeing Miranda on there. I think it's such a cute duo.
Actually, she just walked through the door. She's letting my dog
Hey,
out.
Miranda, come see us. Come say hi to us. Miranda, you've got to come on and say hello.
She's letting my dogs out. She heard them whine when she came in. I was like, yes.
What would we do without our daughters? I love my daughter. I'll tell you, I went through that empty nest, and hey, Miranda, good to see you. She's our well-known YouTuber, ladies and gentlemen, or ladies. I think we only have ladies on here today. But good to have you on here.
Thank you.
Always love your videos. It's wonderful to have a daughter. I have a daughter. So it's wonderful.
She's the star. They're her.
No, she's just the co-star.
No, yeah, you're right. I am. Everybody loves to see Miranda get on there.
I know it. Good morning. Need to scoot to work, but wanted to say hi. I'll catch the rest of your chat later. So glad you didn't shut down your channel, Gail. Thank you so much, Gail. You're an inspiration to so many people. That's true.
Oh, thank you.
I just filmed a meal prep for you. Lisa Daniels, she's got a meal prep going. I use the scale when my pants start falling off. There you go, Sybil. That's awesome. Thank you, Tracy. Wendy, I got to figure out what has been making me swell the last few days. It's not almond flour. That usually doesn't do anything to me. I try not to eat it too much because of extra carbs. We're going to talk about what she made the cookies out of when I get to that question. She started using something else that I hadn't seen before, and I want to talk about that when we get to it. So I want to tell us all about it. Everybody's saying hi to Miranda. Miranda, you're the star. Everybody's saying hello to you.
I'm moving my yarn so she can have a seat.
Oh, you're the same age as my daughter. And did you go through empty nest when she moved out?
She just moved out the first of the month.
When my daughter got married, I bawled like a baby when she pulled off to her honeymoon. Even though it was I can't imagine like letting your daughter marry somebody you don't like, because I love him. He's like a son to me. But it was like a death in my family. I told my husband for 20 years, my life has revolved around her. And now I have nothing to do. I mean, I had nothing to do.
Well, I see her almost every day.
Yeah, I talk to my daughter. I don't get to see her almost every day, but I do talk to her every day. And, I try to run it. She works in Corinth. It's about a 10, 15-minute drive. I try to run there for different excuses, so I can run into her hair salon where she works.
I was kind of like that when my son went off to boot camp.
Oh, that would be terrible.
To be honest, I think moms have a little bit a different connection with their sons.
They bond easier.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, my husband was always close to his mother. Yeah.
We are. We're too much. We butt heads because we're like.
Yeah, but you still love each other.
My husband says that's my mini-me.
And it's funny because like we used to butt heads a lot because we're so much alike. I used to say, I'll never call you. I'll never call you. I got a cut last night while cooking, and I called her up real quick. I'm like, this is awful. I need you to come do this because I cannot put a Band-Aid on with my non-dominant hand.
That sounds like my daughter. She's constantly calling me up to see how to make something. And I said, honey, you could have had free cooking lessons when you lived at home, and you never cared about it. And then last night she said she was eating potato soup, and I said, well, I made some of that only with cauliflower. And she said, oh, this doesn't taste as good. She said, Jonathan got this at Subway, and I want your homemade cauliflower soup, even though it's not got potato in it. So I got to save the rest of that for her. But it was so funny because he had to go get her some soup, and yeah, I can't imagine that tasting. I bought 4 bags of the Believe chocolate chips yesterday. Can't wait for the rest. Yeah, those chocolate chips from Walmart are awesome. The white chocolate and the chocolate.
Yeah, the dark chocolate, the semi-sweet, and the white. I know a lot of people don't like the white. I haven't tried the what is it, Chalk Zero brand, so I don't know. I don't have anything else to compare it to. The white is very hard to work with.
Is it?
Recipe, extremely hard to work with.
Okay.
I do like the taste of them. I don't mind the taste of them. It's just I can't really work with them too much.
I hadn't tried yet, so I was wondering if you could like melt it down and.
You can, but it's not the same. It's not the same like original white chocolate is.
Like the Lily's is pretty much like the real deal. You can melt that down and it tastes just like real chocolate.
Does Lily's make a white one?
No, I haven't seen anybody else make them except them, but I know, and I'm not sure. Have you tried the chocolate to melt it down? That's not Lily's.
Oh yeah. The semi-sweet and the dark are perfect, but the white ones are extremely hard to work with.
I wonder why. Because white chocolate's better for you. It's supposed to be, or something.
Yeah, I just think it's the alternative that they use.
Okay, might be. Hey, Jaleesa, good to have you on here. I want to give a big shout out to my mods, the moderators that I have on here that keep all the trolls away. They get rid of them before I even see them. So, hey, Paige. Hey, Latrice, good to see you. We have co-host here, Christy. Okay, Keto is on here. If you have any questions, please drop them down. Hey, I like the dark chips the best. Yeah, I kind of do too. I eat them for snacks. They don't have those chocolate chips here yet. Check Walmart is the only place I've seen it. Hey, Nana Grace, good to see you. Thank you for being on here. The white doesn't melt down well. That's what Christy was saying. So I'm kind of glad she told me before I wasted a bunch of it. My local Walmart only had the dark and semi-sweet. I wonder why us in Tennessee got the white chocolate. That's strange. We
My
usually the
Walmart
last
has
to
all
get.
three.
We're usually the last to get anything. Chalk Zero makes a great white one, but I haven't. I mean, where do you buy that Chalk Zero at? Wendy, I'm just curious. I'm just trying to get caught up. I'm going to have to go and check back in later. Family need scriptures. Okay. Thanks, Wendy, for dropping in, and we will talk to you later. Thank you for jumping on here. We always appreciate
Bye,
it.
Wendy.
I have 2 of the Chalk Zero syrups to try. I haven't tried them. Where'd you get them at? Where'd you get the Chalk Zero? The only place I've seen them is Amazon. Do you have them in your area, Christy?
The Chalk Zero, we have it at we have a health food store called Green Acres.
Mm-hmm.
Green Acres, they have them there.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I haven't. We
Like
don't
a
have health
specialty
foods.
store. Like
Hey,
a health
Paige.
food store.
Yes, you can have chocolate chips on keto. They are sweetened with like stevia and that type of thing. I'm new to this. Okay, we can get you, I'll show you a bag before we get out of here. I want to order Chalk Zero, but I'm waiting for temps to go down so it won't melt. Yeah, and shipping. That's what I was thinking too. But I wonder if Thrive has it. With Tracy, I bought mine on Amazon. Yeah, that's the only place I've seen it. They gave it to me for free because they saw me on Instagram and that I had 12 kids. And hey, awesome. I love when they mail me free stuff and ask me to try it. Hi, Jaleesa. Everyone here is so nice and welcoming. Yes, everybody is so good here. Amazon's the only place everybody's having it. Chalk Zero sent them to me. I should have made that clear. That's awesome. I love when I like that mug cake company. They sent me one, and the lady that sent me the cookie recipe, and then I've got a diamond cut thing I've got to do a video on. So, okay, let's see. Anybody got questions? Please drop them down for for Christy. Also, if you please will share this on your social media and on your YouTube channel. That way, anybody that wants to see her can ask questions. If you like this video, please subscribe to our channels, and we'll have her channel in the description box once this downloads. Please check her channel out, and if you're not subscribed to it, please go and subscribe. Please give us a thumbs up if you like this video. Let's see. So what made you start your channel? I think you may have answered that, but we'll go back. We'll go through it again.
For accountability for my brother and I. Like I said, he's in Ohio. I'm in Oklahoma, and I think it was to start like a support system for each other. He had his wife that was doing keto, but I don't think anybody else around him was, and we just thought it would be something good that we can see how each other does it, share recipes with each other, updates, struggles, stuff like that. That's why it originally started.
Okay. And Miranda, I'm going to have you read this one for us. Can you read that?
I want Christy to know I love her house. Where do you buy the decor? Let's see. Hobby Lobby, Tuesday Morning, Marshalls,
and I make a lot of it too.
Walmart.
Do you do DIYs on your channel?
No, we have another channel that we were going to start. We did like one video for Miranda and I because we do a lot of, you're out of the frame, Miranda. We do a lot of
Yes.
DIYs and make things. But I wanted to kind of keep this channel strictly,
Keto
related. Because I noticed that like I have an uncle that's very honest. And he said one time I did a Dollar Tree haul and he goes, yeah, that was all right. But I mean, why would I watch that? If I wanted to watch hauls, I'd go and watch haul videos. Why would you put that in with your keto video? And I was like, okay. And then he also said that about our intro. Andy made an intro and we put it on some of our videos. And he says, I'm going to be honest with you, I always skip the intros because I see him so much.
Yes.
And it's like a waste of my time. I just want to get to the beef. And I said, okay, thanks for letting me know. And so
I've had a lot of people
I'm not
tell
even
me.
going to bother with an intro anymore.
I think, and they say everything that you watch says that people just skip over them. They want to get to the beef or the meat of it.
Yeah.
So I'm like you. I thought, well, why am I going to fool with all that trouble?
Yeah,
I'll just keep, doing what I'm doing. So yeah, and I was trying to tell people too about to make sure they watch your ads, because what I was doing is I was jumping ahead on the ads, but I didn't realize that's how you get paid.
yeah.
That is by people watching the ads. I thought they had to click on them and buy something from there. But then as I got more knowledgeable, I found out that's how you get paid. So I don't skip the ads anymore. So it just helps y'all get,
And that's also, a lot of people will get upset with me because they want me to put the recipe for the Chaffle or anything I'm making down in the description box. Well, this is the reason I refuse to do that. Some guy once told me, your voice is so annoying. I wish you would just put the recipe in the description box so I can print it off and I don't have to listen to you. And I thought, well, if I'm going through the trouble of making this recipe and making the video, at least you can do is watch it. And if I put it down in the description box and you print it off, you're not watching my video. It's not helping me out, and you're getting something for free already. So no, I'm not going to do it. I'm not ever going to put the recipe down in the description box. Plus, my mother is making a cookbook for me with them. And I thought, well, if she's going through all that work of putting them all together in a cookbook, I'm not going to take away from her by putting it in the description box where people can go ahead and print them. Now, on the beginning of my videos, I list all the ingredients.
Yep.
You can just copy it or whatever. That's fine, but I'm not going to put it down in the description box.
I think that's what hurt
taken away from my work.
I think that's what's hurt my. I would attribute that to being the cause of why I don't have enough watch time, is because I was writing it in the description box and giving it out there, and they didn't even listen to it. They just went ahead and printed it off or whatever, wrote it out. And I did it because I thought, well, they're not going to be able to stop it and start it but I didn't. Obviously, I was not getting the full picture. It's more than just 1,000 subscribers. You also have to have the 4,000 watch time. So
yeah.
I attribute that to being why. And I'm like you, if they're not willing to listen to me, like my voice is annoying, then find another channel, because I'm sure there's more out there. If anybody hasn't done a video, they don't know the work that's involved in it. It's a lot of work, and you don't want to be, if someone's going to be that rude and ugly, I just assume they'd go to another channel.
Right. But at the same time, they opened my eyes, because
yes.
I would have never thought that. And I thought, well, wow, that's really rude to do to someone that's made a recipe. And then I thought, well, maybe I've done that before, where I clicked on a video to watch someone make a recipe and noticed that it was down in the description box. And I just stopped the video and wrote down the recipe. And I thought, I probably have done that before, not realized it. And now I realize how rude it is to the person who created it.
And you realize that you're getting a free recipe. I had a guy yesterday on Facebook, or a lady, asking for a recipe. So I gave her the YouTube channel, and someone said, well, then they came back, I don't have time to watch a 10-minute video. I thought, then you don't have time to do keto, because it takes more than 10 minutes to make it. So therefore, I was like, what do you want me to do? Just give you a recipe and be done? So if you don't have 10 minutes, then I'd say you don't have time to do, it takes time to do any kind of eating plan,
Right.
Let's see, but I agree with you. And now if I could do it over again, I wouldn't do that. But when I was looking for a year ago, there wasn't that many recipes out there when I started 13 months ago. And so I noticed they always made me stop the video and have to write it down. And it got annoying, because I'd have to watch it a couple times because I don't write that fast, or I didn't, stop it in time. But now that I see the full picture, I get it. I understand why they did it. And, now they have 750,000 subscribers. So they obviously knew what was going on, and I didn't. So, oh my gosh, it's too early to eat, Catherine says. No one sends me anything free. LOL. Okay. You will if you put your email address in your info box, you will get some free things, won't you, Chris? Christy, have you gotten free things?
Well, we just got something from Smart Cakes because Miranda runs the Instagram. I don't get on Instagram at all. I have no idea even how to get on there. So she runs the Instagram. Smart Cakes sends us stuff through there. We've had other people try to send us stuff where I wasn't interested. I'm not going to take something just because it's free. If it's not
Right.
something I'm going to use or something I want to promote, I don't want it. I'm not going to sell myself out to.
Yeah, that's kind of what I did with this
free.
diamond cut, and I wish I had enough because now I have to do an unboxing, and I really don't know anything about it. I thought it was just going to be something real simple, and it wasn't. And now I've got a big unboxing to do, and I know nothing about it, and I feel like I need to just send them the money for it because I don't really feel like I really know enough about it. So you can't say yes to everybody. And I've had some that I've tried their stuff and I didn't like it. And I said, now, if you want me to do a video, I'll be glad to do it, but I didn't like it. So then they asked me not to do a video, obviously, because I'm not going to lie because someone sends me something free. If
My
it's not
face
any
doesn't
good,
lie.
yeah, huh?
I said my face doesn't lie. If I try,
No, I mean, I just no, I'm not going to. Yeah, I'm not going to lie just because something's free. I mean, I really like when they send. I tell them I'm going to give my honest opinion. So if you have a problem with that, or think you might, like I did the disclaimer about the pumpkin spice before I ever tried it. I said I'm going to do a disclaimer at the beginning of this video. I'm very picky with my pumpkin spice. I really don't expect it to be that. I'll have to doctor it up. So I just told them, I put it at the front and then it ended up being really, really good. I was really, really shocked at how good the mug cake was. And I sent it to the owners, a copy of it, and they put it on their Facebook page. But I wasn't going to tell something if it wasn't. I'm real picky about pumpkin spice. And if it's not, and I told them that when they sent it, I said, now you may not want to send the pumpkin spice because I'm real picky with it and I like it a certain way. And, but they wanted to, so they did. And,
Right.
that was my phone going off. Somebody calling me. I don't know the number, so therefore I don't worry about it. I want Christy. Okay, so Christy, I make most of my home decor. Jaleesa says she makes her home decor. Lisa said, oh my gosh, how rude. Yeah, there's all kinds of people in the world that make the world. That was rude to complain about your voice. Wow. I know they're getting a free video. But that's what makes the world go round. Hey, Almond Joy, Alicia, good to have you on here. Thank you. So that's what I did with the questions too. I thought, well, I'm just going to read the questions and that way they can watch my video. And I read them out. And I did that I've been doing that with my last videos. I've been saying the recipe at the beginning and showing everything. And then at the end, I do a slow version of what it is. Because I'm like you. It is a free, I have gone through all the work of converting it.
It's listed on the picture and they can pause it and write it down. And if you watch enough of my videos, you already know what the next words are going to be. So,
right. Most of our recipes are a lot the same. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's a lot of time and effort, especially for some bozo to try to tell you how to manage your own channel.
Yeah.
Now, one thing about Catherine is she says it like it is. She lives in Cleveland, Ohio, and she works for Lyft in Uber. I think it's Uber, isn't it? Yeah. Some meanness is too much though, and I would rather just not. So yeah, that's me. If they get ugly, they're going to be off there. One time I posted a video and this guy was flirting with one of my the people that commented, and I said to her, she's a friend of mine, so I sent her a email and I said I may or may not be running an undercover dating service here. I had no idea. One of my cooking videos, and she said hopefully he's being just nice, but if not, he's going to get booted.
That's why I use the word chaffle. When it first started out, it was a joke because when they first came out, a lot of people were saying it wrong, right? And then, after a week, everybody knew how to say it and what it was said, and it was everywhere. But it was still a joke because I had said chaffle, so it became kind of like an inside joke. And then when people were telling me how to say it, and oh, I love your recipes, I love your videos, but I cannot stand the way you say chaffle. And I thought,
Like it's not
you
made
just
for-
made it worse, because you know what? That's my new word. And if you're gonna tell me how to say a made up word anyways, like what's that all about? The word's not in the dictionary, it's a made up word.
Right.
Let me just say it the way I want to say it. Now I'm going to say it all the time. And that's how it all started. It was kind of being funny and a joke. And then it was like, no, I'm not going to conform. You're not going to bully me. I'm just
Right.
going to, rub it in your face if you're going to watch it. If you're going to, because there was actually women, and this is so, I thought it would be men, but I'm going to be honest, it was older women sending me emails like they were retired grammar teachers trying to correct, when I was in school, they would say, ain't a word. I'm like, well, now it's in the dictionary. So it got really to me that these women were sending me emails over and over about, you need to go and learn grammar, and you need to do this. You're saying it totally wrong. There is no W in there. And I'm like, it's a made up word anyways. So that's why I'm like, I'm not going to conform. I'll say chaffle. Yes, I'll say chaffle too, but I'm going to say chaffle, and I'm going to do it when I want to do it, because why are we bullying people because of the way they say something?
Who cares? It's not a bit. They must have too much time on their hands or something.
That's why I said they got to be retired grammar school teachers or something.
And chaffle, actually, like mine, some of them I don't make it with cheese. So is that not called? I started thinking, you know what? I might be naming these wrong, because when I make them with, like I made the cornbread exactly like we make cornbread, only with almond flour and unsweetened almond milk. So there really wasn't any cheese in it. So it really wasn't a chaffle, but it wasn't a waffle either. So I was like, I'm still calling it chaffle because that's what they name them. But some of them don't have cheese in them. Of mine, I don't put cheese
I
in
have some that don't have cheese in it either. And someone's
Yeah.
like, it's not a chaffle now, it's a waffle. And I was like, well, go look up the definition of waffle, because waffle is made with flour, and there's no flour in it either. So what would you like to call it?
Right. I mean,
Yeah.
it would. Yeah, that's hilarious. Oh, and I want to know their channel so I can go check their channel, because I'm sure it's perfect. I mean, that's what I would like to know. I mean, that's the thing I always do, is I gauge mine by, I'm sure theirs is not perfect either. And we're from different parts of the country, like pecan and some people say pecan and some people say pecan. They're both right. It's just whatever part of the country you're from.
Well, and I'm from, originally from Ohio. We say
Right.
pop. In the South, they say
Pop,
soda.
yes.
So
Oh my goodness, I get
yeah.
all the time
I'm
for
not
saying
gonna
pop.
say, I'm not going to say, oh, you're saying it wrong, because,
Everything is Coke in Tennessee, or it's iced tea, it's sweet tea. Even if it's a Pepsi or it's a we don't have
what kind of
burners.
Coke do you want? And they're talking about like Dr. Pepper or something.
Right. And I'm like, so, and I can't, my blonde will not let me do that. If it's Dr. Pepper, I got to say Dr. Pepper, but I say pop all the time, and I get punched. They said, here's your pop, and because, just kidding with me, but it's just different parts of the country that you've got to realize everybody don't talk the same. And I don't really expect everybody to. I mean, it's funny. I would have never picked on that. Never, not one time. But anyways, let's see. We had some, yeah. I don't really think they want you to, but I just want them to know up front so that they're not sending it to me on false pretenses that because it's free, I'm going to give them a good reference. I know there's a lot of people out there. And in fact, I've had people say, thank you for giving your honest opinion, because some people, they just, I guess, do that. I don't. I'm going to give my honest opinion. And if you think it's good enough to, then I will. But yeah, they don't really expect it, but I just want them to know up front, because I don't want to take anything free on false pretenses that it's going to be, a give that it's perfect, I usually take a picture of where I wrote the recipe down, and that's a good idea. But how do you insert that into a video? Oh, you just show it? That's a good idea, but I'm afraid they wouldn't be able to read my chicken scratch. My handwriting is not that great. I'm afraid to do that, but that is a good idea. Why people have to correct you, I know. I don't understand, because like I say, that some of the things we say are the same. It's just, where you're from. When someone tells me I can't, then I definitely do. Yeah, it's the way we are. It's just the way we're made up. Let's see. I'm gonna have to check out the cornbread. Yes, the cornbread is really good. I've had a lot of people that like it. Made with almond flour, you'd call it an awful. Catherine from Cleveland said you have to call it an awful if it's with almond. He said this group is like going to Waffle House and sitting around and talking, around the table. She lives by herself. She says it's so great to have friends. It's all Coke. Yes, Tennessee Keto Mama. It's all Coke, no matter what yeah, it's all Coke. And that drives me crazy because I just can't go that way. Yes, Lisa said I say pop all the time. Yeah, I still do too, even though I've been here 20 years. I say things funny sometimes to my kids. They love to correct me, but I still say it how I want. Yep, that's what we do. That's our right. ABC says pop. She says her husband works for Aldi's and we're going to be getting the zero carb bread. And, they told us that it was a one-time shipment and that they sold 10 cases in 5 hours or something. And I thought they're really not going to have something that they sell that quickly. I mean, they're not going to carry it. But she was telling us yesterday that her husband told her they're going to be carrying that. So that's awesome. Yes, we all talk different. It'd be a boring world if we didn't. That's right. Keto on a budget. Hey, good to see you, Sherry. Glad to have you on here. Please, if you have any questions for Christy, please drop them below. And please make sure you share this on your social media and on your YouTube page so that we can get more people on here to ask her. We're very fortunate. I'm fortunate to have her. There's apps you can add a photo into your video if it's pre-recorded. Oh, see, I don't know anything about all that. I recently heard someone say that a chaffle without cheese is an awful. It's really not awful, though. It's really good. Tracy has the neatest hand. Yeah, Tracy is very organized. But me, I'm afraid you wouldn't be able to read. I thought about doing that, and I thought they probably can't read the chicken scratch. On Kind Master, you can put photos into the video. Okay, that's good to know. I'm just trying to get caught up here, Christy, for a minute, if you don't mind. I use InShot app, and it has it too. Okay, Paige, thank you. Great to have you on here. Hi, Christy and Christy's daughter. That's Miranda. That's our girl. Yeah. She's our girl. She likes to be on camera, and we like her to be. I say soda. Yeah, people in different parts of the country say soda, like usually New York and that area. Yes, they will be getting it. I'm so excited for it. Yes, me too. I cannot wait because they told me they sold out, every location I went to. Jamming out to classic rock today. Oh, that's not good. Let's see, another one, keto on the budget, another one bites the dust. Yeah, those are all good. Okay, keto on a budget says, hey, Miranda. She's on her lunch break and she decided to spend it with us. How fortunate are we all that she was able to come spend it with us? I mean, if she could have been anywhere and she picked us. So what with YouTube?
I'm sorry.
What struggles have you had with YouTube?
I don't think I really had any. You mean with the company or?
No, just like YouTube in general. Probably you've already mentioned a lot,
Yeah, just like, but for every rude comment or every rude email that I got probably about 100 nice ones that kept me going. There was some that made me cry. There was one, I can remember, this lady said her 14-year-old son has epilepsy and he has to eat keto because of it. And he was, he didn't enjoy food anymore. He was always depressed about it and he didn't really care for it. And he was really, really depressed. Well, he started watching my videos and started making chaffles and started making every single recipe that they had to buy a couple more Dash waffle makers. And she said, I'm gonna try not to cry. She's like, thank you so much. It's because of you and your recipes that my son is no longer depressed and he gets up every day and makes his own food and he enjoys eating again. So trying not to cry. That right there, like erased every negative that I ever got.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then, a man in his 70s saying, I'm diabetic and I'm an amputee and I didn't think I would ever be able to eat desserts again. And because everything that was out there affected me and it wasn't very good. And your recipes, have made it enjoyable and I make them all the time. And please don't stop making them because you're making life happy again. That right there is worth it. I mean, I would do it even just for that 14-year-old boy if he was the only one to ever watch him.
Right.
I would put them on there for him.
That's good. Yeah. That makes you feel like it's all worthwhile. What is your greatest accomplishment?
Being a mother.
How many children do you have?
I have two. I have a 22-year-old son who is married and in the U.S. Army, and my 19-year-old daughter who will be getting married eventually.
Who is her favorite?
She's been courting a boy for a year now, and so eventually.
Yeah. Then you get that nice big bill of paying for the wedding. But it's worth it. I know. So you have a boy and a girl, right? The boy is the oldest and then a girl. Okay. How are you married?
Actually, today's my wedding anniversary.
Oh my goodness.
Today.
How many years?
23. Been together 23 years, 20 years married today.
Great. Awesome. I love to hear of good stories like that. My husband does weddings and we'll run into people and they'll say, we're divorced. And he's like, I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear it. I tried to tie that knot really tight, and then he just married somebody last Friday that was actually married 54 years and they got divorced and he remarried them to each other. And I said, oh my goodness, I just couldn't imagine getting divorced after all being together all those years, But anyways, he said this time he did it in a double knot. So a happy anniversary to you, and that's awesome. You picked your anniversary day to be on here with me. I am so blessed.
Well, my husband had to work anyway, so.
Oh, where does your husband work?
He works at the VA hospital in downtown Oklahoma.
Okay, so the VA hospital, boy, what would we do without those? Let's see. What advice do you have to grow your channel? What advice do you have to somebody that wants to grow their channel?
I would say be authentic, be yourself. A lot of people I watch and subscribe to, I watch them because of them and their personalities. I don't like someone that is fake or trying to be like someone else that's already big and, doing something that they're doing. I like someone that's just genuine.
Okay.
So I would say if you're genuine, a lot of people, like I said, I watch a lot of people, even if I don't do or live the same lifestyle they live, I watch their channel because of them. And I want to support them because I like their personality. And then I think if you just stay true to yourself, you only want people to gravitate towards you that want to be around you anyways. So I think, what do you think? Authenticity?
And consistency.
Consistency.
It's not going to blow up overnight. Like, not when you first begin anyways. So you got to keep going even through a standstill.
It's true. Did the video go off?
I think she went bye-bye. She'll be on in a second. I don't know who he thinks he's talking to.
Okay, sorry about all that.
2 weeks?
It's good advice. That you always want to be genuine. I agree with that because everybody can tell a fake and just be yourself. That's all I know.
I also think that it's good to be positive. I think it's good to share struggles and your struggles and what you're going through, and so people can relate. But I think if that's all you share and that's all that you put out there, that, a lot of times I want to see that I can relate to someone and their struggles, but I don't want to see it all the time.
Right. Yeah. That's what
I
this
don't
group
want a
is.
reminder all the time. I don't want to feel down all the time. I kind of want some positive.
Yeah, that's what this group is so good about, staying positive. And hey, Rhonda said, good to see you on here. But those are great, great tips. Yeah, you definitely want to stay positive. We don't share a lot of negativity because that's everywhere. But I want people, when they come to my channel, to see positive, encouraging. I don't want them to leave thinking, oh, I feel worse than when I start, got
Right.
because there's so much negative in the world, and we only hear about the negative. We don't hear about good things.
Exactly.
And like, it's good to hear the good. And people sometimes can't be happy. Tell us about. Okay, I want you to tell us about sunflower seed flour.
Okay. Have you ever heard?
How
of
did you come up on it? What made you look for it? That kind of thing.
Have you heard of the company Good Dees?
How do you spell that?
GOODDEE''.
Okay, so good. I'm going to write it down. Deeds. No. Mm-mm.
Good Dees. They are a baking company that sells a lot of keto baking, like brownies, cookies, muffins, mixes that you can order. Well, I would order their brownie mixes several times on through Amazon. I heard about them through Keto Connect. And
I love Keto Connect.
Yeah, so I'd been ordering their brownie mixes and everything, and it wasn't affecting me like almond flour does and stuff. Some of their stuff does have almond flour in it.
Oh, okay.
The mixes I was getting, it wasn't affecting me when I made it. I realized that, and I was like, what are they using in there? It's sunflower seed flour. So I was like, I love their mixes, but it's kind of expensive. It's usually like $12.99 a bag. So I thought, well, if I just find that flour and then I can come up with my own brownie mixes and stuff like that, I can make it at home and save a little bit of money. And that's how I went on Amazon, looked it up, and seen that company that I ordered through Amazon and decided to use it because it doesn't cause me inflammation. And I thought it would be great for people that have nut allergies. She works with a lady that she's good friends with that can't have nuts. So I made cookies and she took it to work. And the girl was able to eat them.
So I liked them a lot. And also, we had the cookies and we walked past one of the other teachers and she's pregnant right now. She's like, give me. And she's like, these are good. Tell your mom, thank you. She's the best.
So, but they don't make their cookie recipes with the sunflower seed flour.
Some of them are made with sunflower.
Some of the Good Dees mixes are made with the blondies, I think it is, and the brownies. They are made with the sunflower seed flour. They do have other mixes that are made with almond flour, and then they even have one that's made with watermelon seed flour.
Wow, I never heard of that.
I haven't tried watermelon seed flour yet, but they have one that's made with watermelon.
Is it low carb?
Oh yeah. 1/4 cup is, I think, 2 net carbs for 1/4 cup.
Wow.
So my cookies came out to 1.61 net carb per cookie.
Yeah, that makes a difference.
Yeah. So.
Bye, Paige. Great. Thank you so much for being on here, and it was great to get to know you. We'll have to check it out, your channel out. Thank you for being on here. Yeah, I try to buy from the actual company, don't you? Instead of Amazon, if I can.
Yeah, if I can.
Because I know they have to pay Amazon a fee if I order from there. Where if I go right there, I can save them that. They get the full commission or the full, profit. I skip intros too. After a while, they annoy me. Me too. I mean, I just don't have the time to, and some of them are quite lengthy. And everything that I've watched says that intros really don't help your channel. So I thought, okay, then I'm really not going to mess with it because I'd have to learn how to do it. I've asked some people, like when they do that, I ask them what they use and they give me an app. But I've got so many apps I've downloaded that I don't understand. and it's more time and I consuming. And if it's not something that I need to mess with and people are, going past them anyways, then I'm learning new things. That's good. I'm so glad you are, Nancy. Good to have you back, Wendy. Hey, Sherry, good to have you on here. I tagged you in my 20 questions when I get it downloaded, so make sure you get on there. Sherry has a great page. She does makeup and all that on her page. Her and Rhonda said do unboxings. Hey, Adventurous Life Squad, good to have you on here. Thank you for joining us. We have Christy here from Okketoh. Is that? Okay, keto. See? Oh my goodness, I'm so blind.
Just think okay, keto.
Okay, keto.
We're just okay.
But I want to say the O for OH, but it's not there.
No, I'm joking.
For how? Anyways, your voice is not annoying. Oh, she must have just heard that. Let's see. Oh, the intro I don't use apps. I film it and edit and do all the work myself. Okay, well, that's interesting. That might be okay. I need to check out into that sunflower seed flour. I have a mill. Oh, you have a mill? Huh, you could probably make your own then because she was showing how you probably could. You have great points for the reception box. It's your recipe, your video, you do it your way. Yep, that's how I feel too. And I always feel like there'll be somebody that will want to do it the way I want, and like I say, it's my channel. I've worked hard to put a video out, like you said. You can do it the way you want to do it. I have a big kitchen to fill. I use iMovie to edit and it's fun. Yeah, I've heard a lot of people use iMovie. I downloaded it and I didn't understand it. And so do you edit your videos, Christy?
I upload it I film them on my phone. I upload them to my computer, whatever is installed on my laptop. I just put it all together. I piece it all together because I take a picture of the ingredients. So I'll write on the picture what's in, the ingredients. And then I just put it all together and add my little OK keto symbol at the end and upload it. I don't get into cut and paste and all that. So I don't know how to do all that.
Yeah, I don't either. And what about pausing?
To be honest, I don't want to learn either.
No, me neither.
If it's not broke, don't fix it, kind of thing.
Right, you definitely don't have anything broke there, so you need to keep doing whatever you're doing is working. So I wouldn't worry about it. The rest of us, we might need to perfect something, but no, I would definitely not worry about it if I were you. I brought my boys to take their school pictures. My Carmen finally said good and smiled so big. Oh, that's great. I can't wait to get them back. Keto on a Budget. I can't wait to see it. I watched the video, even if the recipe's in the description, but I do too. But a lot of people don't. And so, you do have to think about that because it does go into your watch time. And I really feel like that's the reason I'm not monetized. Because I got to my 1K bananas like a month ago, but I'm not monetized because I've only got 100,000 minutes of watch time. And I really believe that that's probably why, because I have over 250 videos. I should have plenty of time, but if they're just getting the recipe off of, and that right there tells you if somebody's going to email you, then for sure you don't want to do it for them. To make it easy on them, I mean, you can get more with honey than you can vinegar anyways. So you get farther with people that way. But anyways, I really think that's what attributes to, and I don't want to go back and take them all off of there,
Right.
But I just feel like from now on, I'm blonde and it takes me a while to see the full picture. But once I did, I really think that's probably cut into a lot of watch time, because when I first started, it was like 2.5 minutes. People weren't watching my videos. So that tells you they were not watching the whole cooking video like you think they are, and now it's up to about I think it's 7 minutes, but it's grown. So I really do believe that is part of my, is part of it. How much money?
I appreciate the honesty of the guy.
Do what?
I appreciate the honesty of him saying that, because that helped me, because then I was like, oh, okay, that makes sense, like, all right, then I'm not going to ever do that, because you just told me the secret to a lot of people. They're not going to watch the video. They're just going to print the recipe.
Right. And who would know that? I didn't even know you could print a recipe off your phone. I mean, I figured you'd have to go in and, I wrote them all down by hand. Like when I did Keto Connect and I did CJ's Keto Kitchen, I would write them all down by hand because I have a 3x5 card file that I put them all in. And so, I would write them down by hand. I didn't know you could print them. I wouldn't know how to do that, but I do believe. And like today, I did the 20 questions. I read them slowly at the end. Like I say, I don't know who can read this kind of, I just kind of jot it down. And this way they can listen to it and listen, That's what I was telling Lisa. Daniel, she put the questions in the info box or description box, and I said you should have just read them slowly at the end. And then I saw something yesterday where you want to thank people for staying till the very end on your video. I started doing that because that means they've watched the whole video if they stayed till the end, and I do appreciate people for that. Like Sherry Burr that watched about 20 of my videos yesterday. I really, really appreciate you. And I commented on every single one of them, and it looks like they're all gone. I don't know what happened to them, so I got to go back in and do it again. Miranda, do you cook or bake? That question is geared toward Miranda.
Do you cook and bake a lot like I do?
I cook. I don't bake. She's the better baker. I'm better at cooking.
I never did bake till I started doing not much. I mean, I did those cookies that you already cut out and you just put them in the oven. But now that I've done keto, I've learned to bake, and I didn't think it was anything I'd ever like, but I do like it. Okay, so and then she said, "What's your favorite keto food, Miranda?"
Oh, my steak. Steak.
Who wouldn't like steak, right? I mean, if you can have a program of eating steak.
Like, I couldn't.
Yeah, some of our videos, a lot of people thought she was a vegetarian. Okay, now here's a little secret, everybody watching. Our Treat Yourself Friday, sometimes we film that on Thursday and upload it on Friday. And the reason we started doing that is because we're Catholic and Miranda follows the traditional Catholic way of no meat on Fridays.
Right.
And so they would see her food and they're like, she don't eat meat, she's a vegetarian keto. And I'm like, no, actually any other day that girl is nothing but meat. So now sometimes we'll film on Thursdays to upload it on Friday so she can have some meat.
Yeah, because if we're gonna go out like to a restaurant or something, I want to get the meat.
Right.
But on Fridays I can't.
Right. Well, Catherine says you should have 3 or 4 videos that you can download all the time. And I thought that was good advice. So I've started to do some videos that I can kind of because sometimes my day gets away from me. Mm-hmm. And I don't always get back to it. And then, so she was saying that you download, like you keep 2 or 3 ready to be downloaded all the time. And today I did 2 before this. I got up real early and I did 2 videos before this. So that I have something for today to download. I have something for tomorrow to download in case tomorrow I do my ladies meeting. I have a ladies group that I meet with every month. It's Ladies in Faith Together Lift. It's not a religious, it's just it's for all religions. It's for all ladies. And we're doing the breast cancer month, and then the lady speaking has had breast cancer, and we're going to give everybody that's has had breast cancer or currently has. We have a lady at our church that currently is going through it. We're going to recognize them and give them gifts. So I did a big Dollar Tree haul with to them tomorrow night. So I may not be able to get on here tomorrow other than my live stream because I'll be busy decorating and getting ready for tomorrow night. So Catherine gave us some good advice a couple of weeks ago, and she said she keeps 3. She's a painter, and I just thought why didn't I think of that? But I thought that's a good idea. You can film them. The one thing I don't like is you've got the same clothes on. So if I do it tomorrow, then it looks like I'm wearing the same thing 2 days in a row. But I guess I got to get over it. I love getting comments on my videos, so I always make sure if I'm supporting someone, I leave a like. And yes, that's real important because that lets the algorithm system. Do you know anything about that? Okay, I've learned it too. It lets them know that the people want more of that information, and that will put your videos out there more. If people don't like it, or I used to always just put, a like, or I didn't like it, or I just, but now I try to like and comment because that shows the algorithm system, whatever that is, the computer part of it, that you want to see more of those videos and that person. So it really does help you if you leave a thumbs up and a something comment.
Right.
And even thumbs down works. I mean, it's still out there.
I laugh about that because it still helps your channel out, even if they hit that thumbs down button.
And that's what makes the world go round. Like I say, I don't notice them. Someone asked me, "You got a thumbs down. What do you?" I said, "I didn't even notice. I don't look at,
I started laughing because there must be one person out there that does it on mine like all the time. Like they'll do it as soon as the video is uploaded. It's only been uploaded for like 2 minutes. And I kind of want to feel it's like one of my brothers out there doing it to me.
Just messing with you.
It could be.
But that's still in the algorithm system. It does not matter if it's a down or an up. They take it all they group it all together. So if they think but I guess this was one of my videos. I guess it's just one of my videos, but I didn't even notice it myself. So I don't look for that. I look for the people that like it, and I try to, do what they like. That is nice of you, Sherry. You're so good to watch other people's videos. I feel the same way. I like to hear other people's opinions. Yes, I do too, even if it's different from mine. I don't mind people giving as long as they do it respectfully, and they're not there to help me if they put it out there in the comments when I have my email address. If they want to say something to me, like I had my first video was, I didn't know, and I put the camera too low, and one of my friends, she emailed me and she said it was not desirable looking up your nose during this whole video, and I had worked so hard on that. I had no idea they were looking up, and I went back and looked at it, and sure enough, it's deleted now. But I mean, I thought, oh my goodness, that is terrible. I'm so glad she told me in my first video. It might have been like that and had to delete all of them, but she did it privately, so I knew she was trying to help me. But nobody that's trying to help you is going to put it out in the comments where everybody can see it, especially when I have my email address up there. You can hook your wireless printer to your phone and print from there. I'm learning something new. That's one of the reasons I didn't want to do it, because I didn't know enough about it, and I was afraid that I wouldn't be able to keep up with it, because my sister wanted me to do it. She works for Google, and she kept pushing me to do it, and I said, I don't know enough about it. I'm afraid I'll never be able to make it, but you do learn as you go. I just copy and pasted from the lady who tagged me. Okay, so you didn't type that all out. Okay. Hi, Wendy. Okay, yeah, Wendy's got beautiful eyelashes. I love that your phone rang. Sounds like a phone I grew up. Yeah, me too. That's the only phone we had when we got married 41 years ago. One of the questions was, what can you not leave your house without? And I think it's going to be the same answer with everybody, and that's your phone. Although I told everybody, I'm like Dick Tracy, I also have this that I can talk on. I told my husband the other day, we didn't know when we were watching Dick Tracy and the Jetsons that someday we'd actually be living that life. I mean, we actually do, they have the moving stairs at all the airports, and here we thought that was funny, and now it's just a way of life. But yeah, I like the original ringer too. Otherwise, sometimes I don't notice it's ringing, and most of the time it's on silent because I have this and it vibrates on my arm. I love you, Christy. Ha ha. That's my new word. What's the new word? I think I'm late getting done.
I think she's quoting my mother.
Oh, that she said, okay, I gotcha. Yeah, that's your new word now that somebody got on your nerves. Yeah. I've done that. I've done that, but qualify that I'm doing it so people don't think I wear the same clothes for 2 or 3 days in a row. I know that's what I was thinking. I thought tomorrow they're going to think I wore this, but you just got to own it. Adventurous Life Squad, yes, it's a great to get opinions. I welcome all opinions and always try to reply. I do get a lot of people that do the channel because I had really wanted to keep it the Keto Kitchen by Lisa, but then I've had people ask me to do Dollar Tree hauls, and so I've kind of made it into that too, but it's not because I wanted to. It's just whatever people ask me to do, and I guess that's one of the neat things about it is that I do try to do whatever I'm requested to do. If someone asked me to do, like I did a Dollar Tree haul that was keto, I try to make it according to that. But when I had the shirts made, I really debated on the spelling to put chihuahua. Maybe you need a chihuahua shirt too. That's awesome. Or she needs to be a walking billboard with her name on it. Okay.
You know what? It's so
Keto.
funny.
Oh.
I wore this shirt. It was a Wednesday, and we went to the Dollar Tree, and I had this shirt on. I forgot to change it, and I got recognized in the Dollar Tree.
Yes.
And there was the lady struck up a conversation with me, and then other people wanted to know what she was talking about. And so next thing you know, there's like a conversation with 8 people inside the Dollar Tree. And then I got home and I told my husband, you know what? I can't buy your junk food anymore. Because what if I'm out in the store and they see I got Oreos and Doritos and Coke? They're going to think I'm a fraud. No, you got to go grocery shopping on your own now. And he was like, no, you're going to have to change that shirt.
Well, and two, who's looking at the buggy? They're looking at you because they think they know you're famous, And it was funny because I had my
like they judge people like about that one girl that got famous for being a vegetarian, and then she got caught on camera out at a restaurant eating steak.
Oh my goodness, I would have never thought.
So her cover got blown.
Oh my goodness, that's funny. I would have never thought of that, but I would have been looking at you and not the buggy, so I wouldn't have even known what you had in there.
She's gorgeous.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, she's inside and out, and that's. I always told my daughter, beauty is in here because you can be as beautiful as you want outside, and if you're creepy in here, then you're creepy, then you're ugly, and that is a true statement. Beautiful inside and out has a lot to say about it. I wore my shirt that Cheetah Creative Chica Halls made me, and I went to Goodwill with my daughter. I was getting her maternity clothes and stuff, and this lady said, "Do you do YouTube?" And I said, "Yes, ma'am." It was all over my shirt. Hopefully, I do. And she said, "Oh, I've met somebody famous." And I said, "Oh no, I'm not famous." And she goes, "I gotta tell everybody I've met somebody famous." I'm like, "I'm not famous, but thank you. I really appreciate it." And then I went into another store, and the guy said, "Can I take a picture of your shirt so I can join your page? I'll forget about what it is." So I said, "Well, sure." So it was the guy at Bed Bath & Beyond, the manager there. So I don't know if you ever joined my page or not. I thought it was kind of funny that he was taking, because there's tons of keto stuff out there now, but anyways, I'm sipping coffee with liquid stevia and whipping cream, and it's pretty good. Yes, you will love it. She's just now starting the keto, so we had to make her a shopping list the other day, and then she's gone to the store to get it. So she's really on fire now. She's doing good. You can do this, Sherry. We will be there with you. Okay, Jaleesa had to leave because she had a phone call. Creations by Favi is here in the house, a little bit late, but I'm here. That's okay. If there's any questions that you have, even if she's already answered it, if you're just jumping in here, don't be afraid to. We don't mind chewing our cabbage twice, so to speak. Sherry, I just finished my cup with nut pods, hazelnut, and Pyre. Is it Pyre or Pure? Morning, Fabi. Lisa Daniels, have you tried the nut pods? We made her go get them yesterday. She was going to Walmart and she went to get them. I'm debating on a second cup of coffee. After I started sharing my content on my Facebook to people I know in real life, I noticed someone went back my past 5 to 6 videos and left thumbs up. That's awesome. Yeah, you do have to kind of advertise different places because the long thing that they give you at first, that YouTube channel, that no one would ever find that by accident. I mean, they give you a link as long as your arm. Then once you get so many, I'm not sure how many people you have to get, but they do allow you to make your own channel and kind of ask for the. I was surprised that mine was available. That Keto Kitchen by Lisa was available in the link, but they did allow me to get it. So, if you want, check your back office and see if you're able to get it so that you can get your name reserved so that someone else. Alrighty, let's see. I'm trying to catch up on these before I ask any more questions. My hubby is IT tech, so any questions I have, he fixes me. That's awesome. Yeah, click the thumbs up, everyone. Thank you so much, Sybil. We appreciate it. Lisa, I got more at Kroger yesterday. Mega sale was $2.29, so I got 2. That's awesome. I literally had to take a video down. It was a video about my son being scared on the elevator, and I got so much hate said. I put him in emotional distress, and then they didn't like me and hubby playing. Oh, that's too bad. Darn it, I didn't check Kroger, LOL. I don't even let any of my friends know on Facebook or Instagram because too many people are haters. Huh. Well, how do you advertise your page, your YouTube page then? What you drinking, Miranda?
Coffee.
Coffee with what you got on the top? Whipped cream?
Mm-hmm.
Looking good. That
No, somebody said something about coffee in the little comment section there.
She got
there you go.
That
And Miranda is having a cup of coffee with whipped cream, and I wouldn't have ever thought, but that sounds so good. I don't care if people think I'm wearing the same shirt. Maybe I am. Yeah, you might be. That's true. I change shirts for my videos too. Oh, okay. So you change shirts in between. I didn't do that today. I just wore the same shirt. I thought, sometimes you just have to let it go. Because then I have to do my hair again, and that's a big up from taking over my head. So most of the time I just wear my t-shirts that I've had people have made me, and I just wear them. Miranda, do you cook or bake? Okay, that we already asked you. All right, a little bit of everything. I know there's a lot of people.
Miranda's a good cook. She doesn't do much baking.
She
yeah,
right.
And I
You
do
can.
more baking than cooking.
Like when we weren't like dieting or anything, I used to bake all the time. Like when they were at my brother's graduation, I made like how many loaves of banana bread?
Yeah.
And where is your son serving at?
I'm sorry.
Where's your son serving at?
He's stationed in El Paso, Texas. He's getting ready to go on another deployment, this time probably to Yemen. He was in Qatar for a year. He's been home for, I think, 9 months.
Okay. So, does he have a family that he has to leave behind?
He has a wife and a dog. I'm waiting on my first grandkid, but that ain't
when?
That's what I'm saying. When?
Oh, okay. Mine's gonna be here January 4th.
She's not expecting. I want her to expect, but
yeah. When I do a grocery haul, I show the non-keto food that I buy for my family. Yeah, I think a lot of people do. I've seen it on their videos. Wendy, that's true. We can't make everyone happy. You are absolutely right, Lisa. Let's see. Tell Hubs he needs to buy food. Yeah, that is funny. You can add me as a mod, Lisa. I can finish this chat out. Okay, I'll go ahead. I'm going to be right back. So go ahead and take over for me. I got to add Wendy as a mod. And I guess Lisa too. I thought all that was taken care of. I'll be right back, Christy. Why don't you and Miranda take over?
Take over?
I mean, the video for right now, the live stream. Just kind of tell about your.
I can't see any the comments.
Oh, that's right. You can't read the comments, can you? Okay. Let's see. Let me run over there real quick then.
I can't sing.
We'll just entertain. We got this.
Entertain. She's got this. Yes, she's got
All right,
this.
let's hear it.
Lisa Daniels, I want you to look at my home screen and my page. You'll see my featured channel on there. Lisa Daniels, I want you to check it out when you're on YouTube. But I've got to run over to YouTube and add them on as mods. So I'll be right back. Go ahead, Miranda. You got this covered.
Hi.
Tell how old you are and where you work. And
Oh, I'm a daycare teacher.
awesome. We need those, that's for sure.
Oh yeah.
She's 19.
Oh no, we didn't talk about me. You the star.
No, she said, talk about yourself.
Talk about myself.
What's your hobbies?
First time.
What's your hobbies, Miranda?
I knit, I crochet, I paint, I draw. Occasionally I do tapestry, sewing on when I have to. Yeah, that's about it. I play video games when I have the time. Either PlayStation because Xbox.
She does a lot of knitting, crocheting.
I knit hats.
She's a great artist. She paints a lot, draws, everything.
Crochet?
Yes.
Usually crochet. I think amigurumis.
Amigurumis.
Because I knit hats like 24/7.
Ah.
The thing I really knit is hats. I'm knitting a scarf right now though. So.
I can't knit. I don't know what it is with knitting. I can't get it, but I can get this crocheting fine, but I just can't knit. Okay, Wendy, you should be a mod now.
And I think that's actually something, I think that a lot of people that do any kind of help thing, it really does help to have a hobby that you do with your hands.
It helps me whenever I want food.
Yeah, like to knit.
See, that's what I say. That keeps me from eating. Yeah.
Or even build stuff if you're into building, woodworking, anything to do with your hands. You know what they say, idle hands is the devil's playground. So as long as I keep my hands busy, that helps to keep me focused. I don't think about food as much. And also if my hands are busy, I can't shove stuff into my mouth. So
right.
I think it's a great thing to have a hobby that you can do with your hands.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I stole a whole cabinet at my boyfriend's parents' house for when I go over there Sundays. Because like when he's over on my side of town, he'll eat keto with me because he's all about solidarity. But on Sundays when we have dinner with his family, they have a keto option for me, but he eats regular. So in his room, I have a whole shelf with yarn, crochet hooks, knitting needles, a yarn bowl. Like
there you go.
I'm like, okay, you go eat that spaghetti. I'm gonna be here with my cabbage. Yeah,
that's right.
With spaghetti sauce on it last time.
I put spaghetti sauce on my green beans, and I never would have thought of that. But I'm telling you, it was so tasty. I pick up my kids from school every day, and one of his classmates said, "Hey, Mom. Hey, my mom watches your videos." I thought that was cool. That is very cool.
That's sweet.
I'm not a keto girl, but I love to join you guys chat. Thank you so much for joining us. You don't have to be keto. She's also telling how she grew her channel overnight. How cool is that? I'm just trying to get caught up. Got to get our homeschool day started, but I enjoyed. Have a great day. You too. Thank you so much for joining us. I've been through so much in my life that I'm not ashamed or afraid of what these people in my real life think about me putting on makeup. She does makeup videos. I really like them. She does those unboxings. They do subscription boxes, and it's really interesting. I mean, I don't get those, but I think it's interesting. My next plan is to start a web page blog. Okay. Do you have a web page blog, Christy?
No.
No, I don't either.
When I'm not creating recipes or anything like that, I crochet a lot. I'm a pattern tester for a lot of designers, and I always have something I'm into, a project going on or something coming up. So I don't have time to do like the blogs.
That sounds
you
fun
know,
to me though.
the blog stuff.
Yeah,
I
because
know.
I love
It sounds time consuming to me. And
Yeah.
I'm like you, I'm running out of time, because I
Yeah.
mean, I do have to be, and we are in the ministry too, and we are here to serve other people. And last night, Rhonda, I'm sorry I left your live chat without saying goodbye, but I had a lady at the door and she needed money and she needed gas money, and I'm real picky about who I give money to. And I told her I would meet her at the gas station, and she actually met me there. And so she must have needed gas money. So I'm blessed to be able to help people. But I didn't say goodbye on your live stream, Rhonda, and I'm sorry about that. And I ended up taking her over to Dollar General to get her some things too. So I don't advertise. I just hope people will like what I do. Yes, and tell their friends. What keeps you going on filming about keto? Question for all of you. Okay, so what keeps you filming on about keto?
For me, like I said, I was going to quit the one time. I wasn't going to quit keto. Keto's a lifestyle for me, hands down, mainly because of health issues. But I was going to, quit filming the recipes and so forth and give up the channel altogether, especially when Andy dropped off. But what kept me going and what I think about every time I make a recipe now is that 14-year-old boy with epilepsy that has to eat keto for his life. And if that recipe, he makes it and he enjoys it, that is enough. That's enough. That's what keeps me going.
Also, I need her to do them.
Yeah.
That's right. And you're her sidekick. She wouldn't be able to do without you, would she? That's okay. Does everybody want to answer that question? Jess wants everybody. I just do it so that people will have recipes. I'm doing them anyways for myself. I may as well put them out there for other people to enjoy. And I've had emails of people that said that they, didn't know how to eat keto. I've helped them lose some weight, and I'm thankful that I was able to help. Because when I started 14 months ago, there wasn't a whole lot of channels out there, and I had to go to different channels to find different recipes, or I would have to Google things. And so when I rewrote recipes that I loved for years, I wrote it down so that I would have it again and not have to do it again. But I also made it, and I had started my Facebook page that I have, Lisa's Low Carbs, and I started that. I have over 700 people on there, and people were telling me how much I helped them lose weight. And then I had one lady, my sister started pushing me about making videos, and I would have people say, well, I tried to make that and it didn't turn out. And I'd say, did you make it like this? I started taking videos of me making it and say, did you do that? And they'd miss a step, because it was written down instead of shown. And so I started making videos. I thought, well, I'm just going to make the whole video to start with. And people started watching them, and my sister kept pushing me to put them on YouTube. And I'm like, no, that's not me. I'm not going to do that. I don't know enough about it, and I'm not professional, and I just didn't want to do it. And she kept pushing me to do it, that if you get 1,000 subscribers that you can get monetized. And I'm like, I live in a town of 700 people. How am I supposed to get 1,000 subscribers? I don't know 1,000 people.
Yeah.
But
I didn't even know what monetization was forever, did I? Like Miranda was telling me things. I'm like, I have no idea what you're talking about. Because like I said, when we started it, it wasn't for the subscribers or anything like that. It was, people ask me all the time, like, how do you come up with this stuff? Or how do you think of these things? And I was telling my husband the other day, I was like, I can't believe what came out my mouth, but I told someone I was blessed to be born poor. I was born poor. I at one time lived in a car with my mom, and my mom was very creative. She had to feed a lot of mouths. The way she came up with recipes and created stuff and made things happen, and I think was a blessing for me. Now I do the same thing. I come up with stuff because I had to use my imagination for so long. So.
Well, and me, I couldn't afford to go and buy those mixes. So I had to find recipes of things, and I had never heard of a mug cake. I didn't know that there was a cake you could make for one person.
I've
And
still
when
never had a mug cake.
I love them because I can make one. I can have the whole thing because I am serving size challenge, as I tell in my videos. But I am so thankful that I got onto Keto Connect, and they did a lot of mug cakes, but I couldn't afford to buy the mixes. And I started making and I started looking at recipes because I was craving stuff that I had eaten and I couldn't eat it. So I started redoing the recipes and tweaking them so that they would be keto. And that's how I did it, because I just, like you say, you know, you can't do it. So therefore you think of other ways, because I was determined to do it, to lose the weight for my daughter's wedding. And, you know, so I'm just thankful that I'm able to, and when I looked on my comments yesterday, somebody said, what a genius idea of that Toledo, you know, Play-Doh or whatever it is in the crock pot. And I try to do easy, because I'm the only one doing it. So I don't want to, and I try to find stuff that's tasty. But my mother even ate it, and she's not really keto, but she loved it. And I just try to do fast and easy for people, because I know it's a busy world out there.
Yeah.
And I call it, you know, fast food, you know, with a whole new meaning. You eat it at home. Yesterday in the crock pot, you know, I mean, you could have it done in an hour. I let it sit 2 or 3 hours in the crock pot, but you don't have to. And I try to get people fast and easy things that they can make quickly, because I know it's a busy world out there. And so that's my thing. And when I get people that say, oh, what a genius idea, I'm thinking throwing everything in the crock pot's a genius idea. That made me feel like, well, I helped somebody, you know. I'm glad you liked it. And I love when they try it themselves and tell me how much they like it. It
Yeah.
makes me
Feedback.
just for myself. Yeah, that's why I tell people, always leave a comment, because I'm going to always answer it back. And I really enjoy the feedback. Yeah, it's worth it, because, you know, when you redo a recipe, you've worked hard, and for one person, just me, to appreciate it, you know, I'd rather get it out there for more people to like it. And I don't know anything about making a cookbook, but I've had several people ask me to do one on Amazon. And I don't know anything, you know, so I don't know if that'll ever come about or not. Rhonda said she gets a lot of traffic. That's my number one source of traffic too, is Facebook. Favi is drinking her coffee. So she's having a cup of coffee with you, Miranda. Yep, let it go with the flower. Live, laugh, be yourself. You are, yeah, when people ask me to do these lives, I actually went into hives. I mean, I thought, you've got to be kidding me. Get on live, because if I do a video and it's not good, I can delete it. This you can't delete. And so I was like, I don't know about all that, doing the lives, you know, you can't change it. You're stuck with whatever's out there. But now I find I have trouble doing the other videos.
Wow.
Because I'm everybody to converse with. You know, I'm just doing a video. I like this because I can converse and I get to know people. I did it because I wanted to get to know people in my channel. I felt like all these people have touched my life, and I don't even know them, and I don't know anything about them, and I just want to get to know them. So I started doing these, and then people asked me to co-host. They said they liked the co-host idea, and I was like, well, I'll start doing co-host. I mean, whatever they ask me to do, I'll do. Can you see the comments, Christy?
No, I can only see them when they're popping up on the.
When I put them on the screen like that, okay. So I'll put them up. I try to make sure that I put them on the screen. I use Streamyard because when I was doing lives, and when I started doing them off, and told me that I was going to have to find a streaming company. And so I went around YouTube. I was getting ready to do a live, and they said, you can't do no more. And I'm like, oh my goodness, you got to go to these companies and download these apps and copy and paste this link to that app. And I was just too much. And so I went around and I looked, and most people were using StreamYard. So I tried their free version, and there will be a link in the description box with the free version if you want to try it. And then I decided to sign up for it, because you can stream to Facebook and to YouTube simultaneously until the 20th. And then after that, you got to sign up for the big package. So I just all the time, because it was so much easier. It's web-based. I didn't have to download nothing. I didn't have to copy and paste nothing. I just open it up and put my password in, and I'm on it. So that's the reason. What's a good keto peppermint candy? I don't think we have any, do we?
You can make some with peppermint extract, like a peppermint patty. I would do coconut oil and peppermint extract and chocolate.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Because with Christmas coming up, I didn't have any candy canes last year, but I did get the peppermint extract and I got the peppermint nut pods so that I could put that in my coffee or my hot chocolate. But I used to always stir my hot chocolate with like a candy cane, and I can't do that now because last year I couldn't.
At Target, they have the peppermint whipped topping now. It's only 10 calories and 1 carb for 2
Ooh, I don't have a Target close, but if I go near one, I will get one. Christy, are you going to keep KetoCon next year?
I don't know. I actually said that to my husband last night. I was like, they have a KetoCon. He laughed at me because he was like, yeah, right. And I'm like, no, they do. And he goes, okay. So I was like, you know what? I just might go.
And then I don't know exactly how I feel. Let it go. And what if that is your favorite shirt? I don't think she could see the comment. Okay. Yeah, I guess because we got behind that. There are sugar-free peppermint candies at Walmart. I haven't eaten them, but I've seen them. I did not know that. That's interesting to know. Yummy. Sounds great. I'm way behind. Okay. I saw them most of the time during my live chat with Lisa, but sometimes they disappeared. I'm on my lunch, so here for a little bit. Hey, Linda. Great to have you on here. Sweet daycare is awesome. Oh, wow. Knit crochet. I'm really behind. Boy.
Yeah,
Gotta go.
Too.
Yeah. Okay. I'm listening. Just have to go get ready to get out with my daughter. Wendy, maybe tell Christy how to tell the messages. Maybe she doesn't know how to click on the chat. No, I have to push them up there for her. Gotta go. And let's see, I'm listening. Okay. I'm trying to, yeah, you can't see the messages unless I put them up there. Rhonda gives me a wrench on her lives. Why? Because she said so. Because you're a moderator for her. And if you want to be a moderator for me, you can let me know and I'll put you up there. Yesterday, I bought some thick sliced plain turkey breast from deli so I could make the keto lasagna again. I never heard of doing that. You seriously can't tell it's turkey.
That's how I make it.
ABC family said they would love to grow overnight. LOL. Lisa D, that is great. I may have to try and sneak that on my hubs. Keto in a budget. That's awesome. You should definitely do the blog. That'd be fun. I'm real behind. It shocked me and my hubby. Let's see. Oh, I didn't know I was so far behind. I have to go to the dentist. Bye, Rhonda. Sorry I had to pop off yesterday. I did pretty good yesterday, keto-wise. I'm going to go up here. Let's see. Hello, Maria. I'm just going to listen here while at work. Christy, you should have a column beside your picture on the screen. It says hide chat and then another tab behind it that lets you see the current. She's been on here, so she knows. Christy, you should have a column beside your picture on the screen. It says hide chat and then another tab behind it that lets you see the current comments. I did not know that. Hey, Kids Pro Adventures, great to see you on.
Doesn't see it.
Life Adventures, good to see you. Those deer were too cute, kicking up the mud and jumping around. Easy to tips and tricks. I guess. Okay. I'm not having any freezing. Okay, so we should be fine now. We're at 10:52. I should be able to keep up. Today I'm filming a coconut cake and mint. Did you check out my sugar-free angel food cake, ABC family? I have a really good one on there, but that sounds good, having a coconut cake and mint chocolate chip cookie. Nice to see you this morning at Keto Kitchen. Thank you so much, Gadge Pro Adventures. We are having our co-host, Okketoh. Is it Oketo? She is Christy. and she is our co-host. What videos have you do you have that have gone viral?
I think the Chaffle's 4 ways, the apple pie Chaffle 2 ways. I think the chicken quesadilla Chaffle, that one went up a lot.
What is considered viral? Nobody has answered that for me yet.
Well, I think those have like a lot of views.
Yeah, but how many is a lot?
I haven't even looked in.
Like thousands?
Yeah, thousands, like
100,000s?
I don't know exactly how many of those ones have right now. I think the one video I looked last time was like 30,000 views on one of the videos. But I don't know if I don't know if I want to consider that viral. I don't know what some people might consider it viral. I don't want to get wrapped up into it and pay attention to it because I don't want to change who I am. No. So I don't really want to focus on numbers because, like I said, I didn't start it for the numbers. So I just want to be true to myself and continue to not worry about stuff like that because I don't want to change who I am. I want to stay true. So I think
30,000 views is a lot, and they said they would consider that viral. Viral is if you have more views than bananas.
Oh yeah, I got a lot more views than bananas.
Yeah, she does. Yeah, on several of them, and I haven't had anybody be able to answer that for me, which I don't have any viral anyways. But well, I have a couple that are more than my bananas, but I still wouldn't call it viral. So, what is your favorite keto recipe?
Waffles.
I know, but like which one?
Okay, well, it depends. My favorite one that is not a dessert would be my Monte Cristo. And then the dessert one, it changes. I like the chai spice pumpkin one for a long time. And then for a while, for like 2 weeks, the pecan pie was my groove. And then now it's the berry chantilly one.
Okay.
And it just changes like with my moods or what the weather is outside. If it's cold, I want like the Mexican hot chocolate or the pecan pie or a fall one. And if it's kind of hot out, I want something more tropical like the hummingbird cake or something like that. So my mood always changes. So I guess it depends on that. But I have a really heavy sweet tooth. I'm sure as a lot of people can tell by my recipes. So I would say that my favorite that's not a sweet one would be the Monte Cristo, but some people might consider that sweet because it does have this powdered swerve on the outside of it. So.
Okay, so you're looking so slim, Christy. Michelle says, and Lisa said, yes, she is. Did you hit your goal weight?
Yeah, I did. On Chaffles. Everyone's like, you're gonna gain so much weight eating all that dessert stuff. No, I got to my goal weight on Chaffles. So don't think that if you eat desserts, as long as they're Chaffles, that you can't, get to your goal weight because I'm proof you can.
That's right.
That's how I did it.
Miranda, you're such adorable. You're just as adorable as your mama. You both are beautiful ladies. Yes, that's so true.
Miss Wendy.
Too many good channels to watch. LOL. There are a lot of good. That T-shirt is so true. Yes, Wendy had that made.
Wendy got it for me.
Just in case you didn't see the comment, I've saved your live stream to my friends playlist, and United We Stand YouTubers #1. Keep up the good work. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Christy hit her goal. Yeah, she did. How long ago, Christy?
Well, I hit my original goal 155 in June when I was in Ohio, and then my next goal was 147, and I reached that I think a month ago. And now I'm considering myself maintenance, but I haven't changed my macros. I'm just going to keep them where they're at and see what happens. Because the lowest I've ever been as an adult is 147. That's why that was my goal number. But I don't know if my body could go below that. I do have a lot of excess skin. I've never had removed, and I have no plans to have removed. So I don't know how much further my body can go down, but I'll wait and see. If it does, it does. If not, I'm happy where I am. So.
Okay, so how much weight, you might have said this, but you were cutting in and out just now. So how much weight how long did it take you to hit your goal weight?
Well, how much weight did you lose? Okay, when I started keto, from keto, I've lost 40 pounds. But the highest I've ever been is 320 pounds. So I was 322 pounds when I was 21. And that's when I started my weight loss journey. And then I basically did Atkins, is what it was, but a form of keto in a way. And then I always had different goals. I would fluctuate depending on what I was doing that year. And then, you know, I would go up like 30, 40 pounds and then lose it depending on what I was doing. But keto's been the only thing I've never been to, oh, let me get to my goals so I can eat whatever I want. Keto is the only thing I've ever done where I said it's a lifestyle and not just a tool to get to my goal for a specific thing. I don't know if that makes sense to some people, but. So when I set my goal numbers,
okay, so Christy,
because I was like, this is going to be a lifestyle.
Okay, she wants to know what your brother's channel is. She's lost it.
What
Christy.
is the name of his channel? Am I froze?
Froze. So
if following the Flynn's, Lisa Daniels put it up there.
okay, are you froze still? I think you are.
Yes, I lost it all naturally. I don't know if I'm froze or not.
Yeah. Freezing off again. Yeah, it's freezing. Your side is freezing up. So
Is it better now?
it's better now, yeah. Christy,
Okay,
keep up the good work. You get a lot of respect. Are staying true to yourself and not getting caught up. Did you see that? Okay. Christy, did you see that, Christy?
Which one?
The Christy, keep up the good work. You get.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. Vera's World, thank you so much. Christy isn't freezing at all. Okay. The ABC family, wow, congrats. She's not froze to me. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see. Christy's side isn't freezing to me. It's Lisa's side that keeps freezing. Okay, so it's my side that's freezing. In mine, it's the other side freezing. Okay.
Okay, because yeah, for some reason it kept freezing. Your side kept freezing on me, so I didn't know if it was me.
Guess we're. All righty. We are having a lot of technical difficulty here. Can you hear me, Christy?
Yeah, I can hear you. As soon as I say that, I stop.
Okay. It looks like. Okay, you can? Yeah. Okay, there we go.
Yours keeps freezing off.
Yeah, it seems like we're having some technical difficulty. Dumb question. There's never a dumb question. But it is okay to have frozen unsweetened blueberries for a snack.
Yeah.
Did you answer that?
Was the question for me the unsweetened blueberries as a snack?
Yeah.
Yeah. I eat blueberries off and on. Raspberries. You know what? I'm of the school of no food is like, I'm not gonna say something is not keto. Keto is a state of ketosis, and as long as you're in a state of ketosis, I'm not gonna say you can't eat it. Like I use freeze-dried apples in my recipes or freeze-dried pineapples. I keep the carb count low as long as I keep my carbs under 20 and I stay in ketosis. I call it keto because I'm still in ketosis, and that's what keto is. So I'm not going to say a certain thing is off limits. Yeah, I'm not going to say Oreos is keto, but I don't restrict myself of the freeze-dried apples or mandarin oranges or anything like that. I just track my carbs with them.
And that's where the carb manager is great to have. Okay, so Michelle says she can't have them and stay in ketosis. Thank you for hitting the thumbs up for us. We really, really appreciate it. Okay. I think what we need to do, no, Sherry, a cup would be 21 grams of carbs. I would suggest no more than a fourth of a cup. Yeah, small quantities is going to be your key on those. You're not like, even count them out. You're not going to be able to have a whole lot of them. That's for sure. So without really, I only get 25 carbs in a day, so I certainly don't want to eat a whole cup of them. I use mine like I do my money, and I don't want to use
right.
Well, I want to thank you so much for coming here today, Chris. We're so, so happy, and please check out her channel if you haven't already, Okketoh, and please share her videos and subscribe to her. And thank you so, so being on here today with me. I see we're having a lot of technical difficulties, and I apologize for that. But please give us a thumbs up if you like this video. And everybody say goodbye to Christy. And thank you so much for being on here. I really, really appreciate it. Happy anniversary and good to meet you, Miranda.
Thank you.
Yeah, you too.
Bye.
Thank you so much for being on here today. Please give us a thumbs up. Please subscribe to our videos. Don't forget to ring the bell. And please, please leave your comments below. Thank you so much for everyone who stayed till the very end. I really, really appreciate it. And I will see you here on the next video. Thank you and have a wonderful day.